let's get back to developers and integration. Hi, I'm Thain, and welcome to another SAP CodeTalk. And I'm really pleased to have Shilpa with me again, and also Arti. Arti, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for allowing us to join this, Ian.
So we're going to talk about integration and S4HANA. But Arti, before we start, if you can give a quick introduction to yourself for our CodeTalk audience.
For sure. I have been part of the same team as Shilpa. I'm part of the product management integration suite. I have been with SAP for over 14 years now. I was with the NetWeaver PIPO days, moved into product owner for API Business Hub during its launch 3 years back. And now I'm looking at customer adoption, focusing more on implementation, solving tricky and complex use cases along with the customers.
Excellent. So we're going to get straight into our code talk. And my first question to you is if you can actually explain the integration story in the context of S4HANA's journey.
Absolutely. So this is where most of our customers are today, right? We either have customers who have transitioned to S4 and are looking at greenfield implementations, or we have customers who are transitioning to S4, where they are preparing themselves, ensuring that the processes are continued as they are, right, in their landscapes today, which means they want to move their existing processes onto cloud platform to ensure that they are repurposing it when they move to S4. They are looking at use cases like replication of data. They are looking at use cases like SOAP to IDOC conversions, integration with government authorities, regulatory authorities, right? And these are typical standard integrations. And then we have the second type, right, where the greenfield implementations are happening after they transition into S4. These, for example, are use cases where, as a sales organization, I have a CRM system, which is not SAP system, like Salesforce or HubSpot or Zoho. And I want to ensure that when a customer order is placed on these systems, I reflect it back in my ERP system, my backend system, get the availability checks done, get a delivery date, and then get it back into my CRM system in real time so that I can tell the customer then and there when the information, when the particular product is going to be delivered. Similarly, incident management, as a support person sitting inside, you need to address your customers' questions, and what you need is visibility into who the customer is, what they have done so far, what is the historical relevance of this question. And this is through your probably incident management system like ServiceNow or Freshdesk being integrated into your backend systems, your CRM systems, your ERP systems, your S4 system. And all these are journeys which relate back into integration, and that is the significance of integration.
Oh, cool. Okay. So Shilpa, with regard to the SAP Cloud Platform Integration Suite, which we've spoken to in the past, how do you support that S4 journey?
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, sure. So as you know, the digital economy is really fast-paced and never-ending. And when you talk about our customers or developer landscapes, they're really heterogeneous, complex, as Arti mentioned, data coming in from various data lakes, be it cloud, on-premise, SAP, non-SAP, and that is where the integration becomes very important and it plays a key role. It's really the backbone of all the digital transformations, right? So SAP Cloud Platform Integration Suite with SAP S4HANA, together it helps you to integrate, extend, and innovate in this digital era. So coming to a couple of benefits, how Suite helps in S4HANA journey, it helps to accelerate time to value with 1400 plus pre-built integrations, 1200 plus APIs out there for you all, and 160 plus pre-built connectors for non-SAP connectivity. So with these, you can quickly start your integration journey. Second one being the maximizing the value of your existing investment by leveraging the ABAP developers to build apps. Third one is to extend simply with low code developments and securely with decoupled architecture. And both of these helps you to reduce the upgrade costs, right? The last, fourth one being to innovate using the extension factory or SAP Cloud SDKs, and pre-built secure connectivity. So these are a couple of things when you have Suite in place as the iPaaS solution, it helps to quickly start your journey as for HANA journey. It helps to integrate, extend, and innovate in this digital era.
Okay, so Arti, I think you've got a demo for us with regard to how the developer audience can accelerate their development cycles. So we're going to just run this video. We'll come back to you in a second.
So I'm assuming that the audience now is aware of how to discover the list of 1400 plus integration flows shared by us, as well as how to access and consume them. But for the S4 HANA journey itself, specifically, investments are being made by customers to create a intelligent enterprise. What is necessary are these end-to-end processes are established across organization and its networks. And for each of the end-to-end processes at SAP, what we have done is identify the reference architecture which would be required. This is something that you can use to get started. As you can see on the screen, I have the API Business Hub open, and as part of the API Business Hub content types, we have introduced something called as a business processes. And this helps you to explore the end-to-end processes that we have in place and the reference architecture we are providing for your ease, right? So in this particular case, when you click on any of these business processes styles, what you are taken into is the enterprise architecture designer. So for convenience, I have kept it open already. Let me zoom in to the value map which has been created for this to capture this end-to-end process. As you can see, each process is made up of further sub-processes. In this particular case, we have workforce recruitment and onboarding, we have workforce deployment, administration, time management, payroll reimbursements, and so on and so forth. What you can also do is get into the next level of detailing. You can actually see the business process flow, which are nothing but the swim lanes, and which shows the interactions between the different systems. The most important value add in this is the possibility for you to step into the next level once again and access the runtime artifacts which are involved. So let me quickly show the swim lanes as well. In hire to retire, as you can see, we have the use of success factors. You need the payroll system, you need the employee central, you need the master data service for workforce, S4 HANA Cloud. It integrates into S4 HANA Cloud using the master data service, and to do this integration between master data service and the success factors, there is a pre-built standard integration which, because we understand both the sides of the coin, we have been able to create the standard integration flow that you can also explore. This is the runtime artifact, right? You can explore. It redirects you into API Business Hub. You can see the complete integration flow, and if you have the integration suite, you can actually copy this, configure it, and deploy it so that you have this integration between Employee Central and the Workforce Master Data already established. You can also dig into the details of the runtime artifacts such as the APIs which have been consumed to ensure that this communication is in place. In this particular case, you can see personal information API which can be opened up. You can actually test it using the sandbox system provided by us, or you can configure the environments to direct the request, the queries to your backend system, your dev or test or production landscape as you would want to have it, right? So in addition to this, for S4HANA specifically, what we have also provided are the typical extension points that are used in the context, right? Which are nothing but OData, SOAP APIs. You also access the CDS views, which are available for read cases, and they have also been listed into the API Business Hub. So you can see the different packages which are here, as well as search for APIs if required, right? Also, because it may not be always in the constraint of the standard integrations that you need, right? You may also have the need or the necessity to explore different integration patterns based on your complex and non-standard requirements. What we have are the integration flow guidelines which have been shared as best practices, and even more than that, we have now created a GitHub repository where you can explore the projects, the recipes which have been shared by others in the community. Right? This is another big value add which helps you in accelerating your development cycles, and hopefully you utilize it as well as give back to the community. So with this, I end the short demo, Ian. But let us continue talking about the product capabilities of SAP Cloud Platform Integration Suite itself.
So cool, that was a great demo. Thanks, Arti. Do you want to sort of like summarize in any way?
Absolutely. So Shilpa in the earlier question answered about how, what are the different use cases. I'd just like to summarize this as well as the demo, right? So when you look at your integrations, you have 3 use cases, 3 scenarios typically. You have real-time integration needs, you have API-based integration needs, you have event-based integration needs. And integration suite with its adapters to, the protocol-based adapters which are available for different transport protocols, different message types. You have the application-based protocols for example, Salesforce, SuccessFactors, Ariba, which are accelerating your, again, time to develop. You have the machine learning-based integration advisor, which is the proposal service, which shortens your development cycles by at least 60 to 70%. And then you have the, different patterns which are recognized, identified by Integration Suite and supported by Integration Suite, like scatter gather pattern, your multiple consumer patterns, your content-based routing patterns, and so on and so forth. These are identified as a performance measure. We have ensured that the runtime is also supporting these different patterns, integration patterns.
Cool.
Yep.
So Shilpa, how can our developer audience for CodeTalk actually learn more about this?
Yeah, sure. SAP and we from Integration Suite team, we are investing a lot so that our developers can kickstart their journey with integration and S/4HANA. So they can also, first one, they can also see the content, the missions on Discovery Center, which in turn is linked to developer.sap.com tutorials, where they have the guided tour to complete the real-time customer use cases. So these are the 2, kind of high touch enablement which we have. And then coming to the low touch, we have all the content on api.sap.com, as Arti mentioned and shown in the demo, which will help you to quickly start your integration journey, be it APIs, integrations, events, and so on. Fourth one, very important, is your OpenSAP course on simplifying integration with SAP's Cloud Platform Integration Suite. There we have a couple of lectures and demos, system demos on S/4HANA. So use this opportunity. And also, the OpenSAP team have opened this up for free of cost certification again this year. So leverage this course too. Last but not the least, as Arti mentioned, it's our community and GitHub repo where we have a lot of built-in recipes. And if you have any recipes, you can also contribute to the community.
Excellent. Arti, Shilpa, thank you very much for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it and hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It was
Ian.
really a fun interview, Ian. Thank you.
Thank you so much.